Hello everyone, welcome back. This is module 1 of Principles of Insurance and Risk Management, and this is the final lecture of this module. In this lecture, we are covering techniques for managing risks. We'll not go through the detail, we'll just look at what are the techniques that could be used by a business organization or an individual to manage risks. There is a different chapter on risk management, so this is why we are not going through the details. Let's move to this lecture. So first of all, risk control. It usually refers to the techniques that could reduce the frequency and severity of losses. So one of the techniques could be avoidance. Say for example, we know that there are some crime zones in any city. So if you do not go to those crime zone, you will be able to avoid many risks over there, many risks in your life as well. So avoidance could be used as for loss prevention or loss reduction. Loss prevention refers to the activities to reduce the frequency of losses. Say for example, if you maintain strict compliance in your factory, you will be you will be able to reduce many accidents in your factory. And loss reduction, it refers to the activities to reduce the severity of losses. Say for example, if you use fire doors, you cannot avoid fire, but it still it can reduce the destruction of or the damage caused by fire in your building or in your factory. Now let's look at risk financing. Risk financing is used for payment of losses after any accident occurs. So risk financing can be used as a technique of risk retention. It means that an individual or business firms retains part or all of the losses that can be result from a given risk. Say for example, if you use insurance policy, it means you are retaining the risk because you will receive some sort of financial benefit or you will get the financial claim if there is any accident in your factory or in your house. So taking an insurance policy is a kind of a strategy of risk retention. It could be active retention, or risk retention could be as passive retention as well. Active retention means that an individual is aware of the risks and deliberately plans to retain all or part of it. And so I have already said about you the insurance policies. If an individual takes an insurance policy, the individual is aware of the risks, and by taking the insurance policy, that individual is planning to retain all or part of the risks. And passive retention means risks may be unknowingly retained because of ignorance. So passive retention is more harmful than active retention. Passive retention means the individual or the management of the business organization, they are not really aware about the risks, so they are retaining the risks without recognizing it. So it could be more harmful for a business organization or for an individual. And finally, self-insurance is a special form of planned retention by which part of all of a given loss exposure is retained by an firm. So active insurance active retention uh, is can be conducted by self-insurance policy. There are also non-insurance transfer that can be used to reduce risks. Say for example, if you use hedging, uh, that will transfer your risks, that will transfer your that will transfer your risks to someone else as well. So the hedging could be a contract, like derivative securities or future contract, forward contract. With these contracts, someone can hedge the risks, and that an organization or individual, by taking these contracts like future contracts, forward contracts, or options, they can transfer the risks. Incorporation of a business also transfer the risks to to other investors as well. Now we see that most people like to take insurance as a practical method for handling major risks, and this is because the insurance is really popular around the world, and risk transfer is used because a pure risk is transferred to insurers, and the individual can also use the techniques like risk pooling, or risks may be reduced by application of law of large numbers. So we learned detail about these things, risk pooling or application of law of large number, in week 3 or in week 4. That's all about this module. In our module 2 we will cover insurance and risks. Thank you.